So when I get done with these videos every day, I get done, I'm like, all right, awesome, that's over. Let's prepare for the next day and see what else we're gonna talk about. Oh, Hasan literally just did something incredibly fucking stupid as soon as I put my video out. Awesome, guess I'm talking about that tomorrow again. Fuck. I can't get away from this guy. He just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And like, it blows my mind. Because literally, it does keep getting worse and worse and worse. Are you serious? I've been seeing the news. You saw the thumbnail. Fucking crazy, man. What the fuck? And probably some other updates. We'll see.
Welcome back to the reason your screen time is doubled. In today's video,
it's more than doubled, bro. It's more like tripled.
Hasan is now threatening to end the life of a viewer. He has completely lost it. Asmongold and Tectone have both responded. Hasan's terrorist friend is now giving him a literal shout out. Subscribe for some free Pringles, sour cream and onion flavor.
Blah, get that shit out of here. I want salt and vinegar. Salt and vinegar or nothing. Sour cream and onion? Gross. Tastes like feet. Tastes like sour feet. Which is funny, because people are going to say the same thing about salt and vinegar. But you know what? I got different taste palette than you do.
Actually, let's up those numbers! And let's begin with the
My taste is more mature. Okay, let's get off the chips thing.
Man loved by many terrorists, Hasan Piker. So apparently, Hasan has gone on stream and he started flashing around his gun when a chatter typed a hate comment in his...
Like, how can you be so stupid, man? Like, even if it's not technically illegal, even if you're not making actual real threats, it just does not look good, especially with who you are and what you say and what you do. Like, come on, man. Can you not read the room a little bit? Like, we're gonna take this and make fun of you. And we're gonna be laughing all the way to the bank. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he exists purely for our enjoyment, and he just pretends to be like this. I don't think so, man. I think dude is actually a fucking moron.
Chat. And then he started looking for the guy, trying to sort of dox him, but then he ended up getting the wrong guy and just ended up shitting on a random dude in front of like thousands.
What? What the fuck? Damn, Hasan. Didn't think you could stoop any lower to threaten the wrong guy.
Of people. You know, classic Hasan levels of research, right? Now, the comment said something like hang Hasan for treason, you know, pretty unhinged, but it's kind of expected on the internet. If you have haters, you're just gonna be getting a ton of death threats. But
yeah, especially when you're somebody like Hasan, who has a bunch of terrorist supporting fans and who also is himself a terrorist supporter. It's just gonna be like that. It comes with the game.
I don't really go looking around for the person waving around a gun, you know, that's just another level and definitely against TOS. So it all started with this tweet.
Yeah, they all like to dox people. Like Hasan does it, that MikefromPA guy does it, Denims, Brogan.
Hasan doxes a user while threatening them with a firearm. This happened on his last stream, no ban. I think I understand why in the last 24 hours, some smaller Twitch streamers are starting to also publicly follow his actions now. He's talking about MikefromPA, who decided to dox about like 3-4 people, started to use his chat to go and harass them, which...
Dude, these people are fucking insane, bro. They're like really on one. This guy actually is insane. Like, even if I have haters in my chat, I'm not gonna go looking for their Instagram, for their Facebook, to see what they post, see what they share. I don't care. It's not that big a deal, man. None of this is real. This is all just fucking drama. We're all just making fun of each other. This guy takes it too far. He's being too serious about it. Probably because he's got some skeletons in his closet.
which we'll be looking at later in this video.
And it's probably skeletons of children.
So let's check out what happened. Here we have this chatter saying Hasan Piker is getting beat up soon, saying hang Hasan for treason. Obviously not condoning that. That is,
yeah, like actually fucking garbage person behavior. Don't do that. You were putting yourself on the level, Hasan. You look fucking ridiculous. Get out of here with that shit.
Is obviously unhinged, but you're gonna get tens of thousands of these every day, especially for spouting shit like Hasan. And even if you're not, you're gonna get a fair amount of them. It's just the internet. You, as the content creator, have a job not to be equally as unhinged.
It's time to crusade Iran and Gaza. Mamdani communists. Let's go to war.
Yeah, whenever people say that kind of crazy shit to me, I'm just like, well, thanks for the comment and the view. It really boosts my channel in the algorithm, and that really actually fucking happened. They think that just jumping in there, commenting and leaving a dislike is gonna hurt me, but then their comment and their view and their engagement with the dislike brings in like 5 more people. And it's great. It's been great. I thank you, Hasan supporters.
Against the left.
Hasan doxes a user while threatening them with a firearm. What?
Our politics compared with what President Trump has been able to do. Who couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to look like again.
Oh, you found his account?
Today, I will show you 3 ways you can use your smart.
Wait, this is the guy?
First thing we want to do
Nope,
is download
it's
the YouTube VPN app, which we can do through the first link in the description.
What are you gonna do, bro? You skinny bitch.
So it's
Ugly
so
ass.
wait a minute. So it was the wrong guy anyway? That wasn't even him?
That's not him, it's Vic.
That's not him. So he just goes off on this random dude.
I mean, is anybody surprised at this point that
Like, I didn't really look into this, but I'm just gonna take a guess that he moved on. He just completely moved on and never mentioned the fact that it was the wrong guy and just went to the actual right guy. And just like completely forgot that he did that. Just completely glosses over it. I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark and say that's what he does. Cause that just seems like the kind of thing that Hasan always fucking does. Like, oh, we got something wrong? Oh, let's just ignore it.
that Hasan is so freaking incompetent that he literally went after the wrong guy, that he wouldn't even check if that is the guy who wrote the hate comment. Literally just showcased a random dude and went, look at me with my gun here. I mean, how is this guy so dumb? It's actually mind-boggling. By the way, he didn't even end up apologizing for this. Of course, the chatter shouldn't be typing that. They deserve
Yeah, he just moved on, right? He just moved on.
to get banned as well.
Nope,
but I
didn't
think
happen.
the streamer is more responsible for their actions. Considering if everybody started doing this, you could literally do this to like 100 people daily. And you need to realize that some of the people typing this shit are literally kids. What are you gonna do? Go around ruining everybody's life? And also, it's a very different thing than typing something like...
Yeah, you think he cares? You think he cares if he ruins somebody's life that he probably completely disagrees with? He does completely disagree with in this situation. He don't care. He's actually glad for it.
like that and waving around a gun, and also weaponizing your community as a big streamer to go and find them and harass them. Then Asmon talks about if Twitch will actually do something about this. I'm pretty sure we can guess.
Twitch staff simultaneously instant bans anyone who insults Hasan while does nothing, while he doxes and threatens to chatter with a firearm in front of an audience. That's crazy. To pull out a gun and be waving it around.
Dude, man, like, Twitch, they are circling the drain right now. At least for popularity and good faith. You know, maybe some kind of terrorist organization, maybe some, like, Saudi princes or something. Or some Iranian, I don't know what they're called. The leaders of Iran, you know, Hezbollah. Maybe they are giving money directly to Twitch so they can talk about these issues to make things worse. Maybe. I think that's probably what's going on. Terrorist organizations are giving money to Twitch. And I'm going to keep saying that it's probably happening. I'm not going to say it is happening. I'm going to keep saying it's probably happening because it probably is. And like, why else would they keep doing this garbage?
On stream. Do you think Twitch will do anything? I really wonder. I've got a feeling I know the answer to that, and I've got a feeling that everybody knows the answer to that. Keep in mind that E-Rob got suspended for 30 days for telling somebody that he was going to get in a fight with them at TwitchCon. Everybody on the moderation team and the executive leadership team at Twitch is probably going to get fired whenever this gets mainstream media attention. That's what's going to happen.
Bro, and I don't even know how it hasn't, but this shit keeps getting worse and worse and worse. More and more people keep talking about it. It's gonna get so bad. Twitch is fucking cooked, man. Especially once Jeff Bezos, he probably already knows about all this stuff kind of going down. He just doesn't care because it's not a big deal right now. But once he gets a whiff of what's happening around here, not gonna be good. There's probably gonna be a complete gutting of Twitch, and we've been saying it. So far, we've been right about everything. Why would we be wrong about this one thing?
Because the moment that Amazon realizes that they have people waving around guns, talking about killing people, supporting terrorism, trying to actively dox people, the reason why they haven't done anything is that the moderation team that works at Twitch is in favor of the people that are saying these things. There's a bias.
Happy birthday to...
Hello, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy here. What you fail to realize, Assmongold, is that I, Dan Clancy, actually used the invisibility cloak from Harry Potter. I was actually there, in the room the entire time Hasan was threatening the viewer. In fact, I was actually actively sucking him off as he was holding the gun.
All right, man. Fuck.
But you see, the reason I did not stop him is because I was latched onto his schlong. It had me in a death grip. You see, I am magnetically attached, alright? Also, I actually completely agree with my friend Piker here. Did I tell you Hasan actually used his socialist money to buy me a new gooning pillow? That's my good buddy Hasan. Hopefully he'll invite me to his next birthday party.
I love this character that everybody's made for Dan Clancy because he's the one who's allowing all this shit to happen. So I don't feel bad about it. And it's pretty funny, gotta say. I love the memes.
Anyways, Hasan, see you at 7 tonight. We do have a deal, of course. Endless long, and I will never ban you. Hey, Dan, stop taking over my videos, bruh. Anyways, guys, will Twitch actually ban him? Absolutely not. You're delusional if you think that, if you even hope that. You clearly...
At least right now. Whenever there's a crackdown at Twitch, or whenever this shit keeps getting worse, whenever it reaches mainstream attention, yeah, I think so. I think he's probably going to end up getting banned. Probably permit.
Have not been watching the 50-episode legendary saga. But don't worry, it actually gets worse. Hasan broke another...
Like, Twitch is all they got. Twitch is all they got. If they get permit from Twitch, they're fucked. They won't be able to last on Kick. They won't be able to last on YouTube. Because they won't allow this shit.
Another rule with the self-destructive behavior thing.
Self-destructive behavior. It's just fast
in our
forwarded.
sincerity and actually delivering for the very
He's got a
working people
gun?
who've been left behind by our politics, compared with what President Trump has been able to do. You know, over the same period of time that I've been running, has been...
He's got a gun out.
I would tell him, the last person who couldn't get my name right, we defeated them, and that's what it's going to...
What a tactical error. You should never...
Like, even if he's just playing with it, the context of who he is, what these kinds of people are, what kind of person the guy is on screen, dude, like, you're fucking up. You're making things so much worse.
Ever show that you intend to use lethal force on somebody else who would threaten you in any circumstance? Because doing so could be used against you later on in the court of law, that you had prior intent to kill, that could limit your argument for self-defense, and it could make people more sympathetic to the victim. This is a tactical error by...
Yeah, like, when you're making threats like that, you were egging it on. Instead, you have to warn. Not threaten, you have to warn. Be like, hey bro, yeah, don't come near me. And that's it. That you leave it at that. Be like, that's not a good idea. And that's it.
Hasan, and it actually makes him more like, this is it's dumb. Why would you even do this? It's not even a good idea. It's premeditated.
Because he's fucking retarded. He doesn't know any better. He's a child.
Medication. Yes, exactly. Should never say, you should never ever even imply this.
I'm sorry, are you expecting Hasan to actually know about the law or care about it in any capacity?
Yeah, are you expecting anything to be done about this? Because no, nothing's gonna be done.
He literally thinks he is completely untouchable.
He pretty much is. I'm starting to think that he is untouchable. Because something's gotta fucking give, dude. Eventually, something will happen.
He thinks he has divine protection from Twitch, which he actually does. Actually, he's not wrong about that. It's not divine, though. It's just protection, I guess. And I don't know. I guess even the U.S. government stopping him or giving him a little scare did not actually deter him at all. And now I'm very skeptical about that story.
What I think is probably going to end up happening with Hasan is there's going to be some kind of major terrorist attack, and Hasan is going to glaze it. He's going to agree with it and talk about it and be like, this is actually a good thing. All of these people deserved this. That's probably what's going to happen. That's probably what's going to get him banned for good. Because the government's going to crack down. See, if Twitch doesn't do something, and if Amazon doesn't do something, you know who will. If it gets bad enough, you know who will.
Because he still thinks that he's allowed to do the shit, like straight up threaten some random dude who wrote a hate comment. And the worst part about this is, which nobody seems seemingly pointed out, we already know how batshit crazy Hasan's audience is. Reminder, these people in...
And honestly, focusing in on that one guy is batshit fucking insane. It's bonkers!
His chat spam hearts for a shooter who kills civilians. They support terrorists. They support lighting people on fire with Molotov cocktails. So,
like, every single time these people have the wrong opinion.
What do you think is going to happen when they see their Lord and Savior Hasan essentially just give the direction here by waving his gun and then bringing up the guy's face in front of all of his viewers? What do you think the average deranged Hasan Piker...
You're drinking Coke products, Hasan! You're drinking Coke products! You know that is a Nazi soda! It is a Nazi soda! Man, that probably didn't sound good on the microphone.
Fan is going to do. They are literally being signaled to go do the job on behalf of their king Hasan. You are literally giving them an excuse to go out and do the shit. It is absolutely disgusting. And we already know, we have proof of who Hasan's moderators are. They are 47-year-old PDF file gooners who watch 31,000 videos.
And people keep calling him a pedo because he was thirsting after a high school kid.
On the hub, bro. Thirsting after high schoolers, like literally the most unhinged people. Now, it turns out the guy who wrote
Fuck, I should have just waited a second.
The hate comment obviously got insta-banned because Twitch staff was actually in Hasan's chat at the time, but nothing happened to Hasan, of course. Clearly, they decided that was the right thing to do. Nothing wrong on Hasan's side, of course. So these are the rules he broke. Doxing of any kind is prohibited, even if the perpetrators only expose information available via public record.
Yeah, well, there you go, right there. Use of weapons to physically threaten, intimidate, harm, or kill others. Yep. Breaking every rule. Rules for thee, but not for me. Dude, every fucking time. Every fucking time. All these big creators just need to get off of Twitch, I think. I think it's kind of funny, though, that they're all just, like, not caring if they get banned. Just really waiting to get banned. And if they get banned, you know?
Use of weapons to physically threaten, intimidate, harm, or kill others. Also prohibit activity that may endanger your life, like pointing a gun at yourself. Ban from Twitch support for driving bad is 7 days. How long do you get for waving around a firearm while doxing a user live in front of 30k people?
Well, if you're Hasan, you get nothing. Nothing happens to you. If Asmongold would have done this, he probably would have been permabanned. Or Tectone.
Let me know, Dan Clancy. You now have personal knowledge of this, and we'll have to explain what does not happen next. People saying it's an airsoft gun have no idea if it is or not. He does own a gun like that, but that would be the perfect cover. He needs to own a regular G19, which he won't confirm or deny. The intent is all that matters. He's threatening and doxing a viewer with a weapon. And then they've got reported. So Hasan responded. A chatter called him out for threatening YouTuber with a gun. He shows it off again and basically says that it's not actually a real gun.
No, just got a little worried.
Someone just said, "Why did you threaten a YouTuber with a gun?" Dog, that YouTuber literally said, "I should be hanged," and I.
That's different. Saying that you should be hanged is not a threat. That's an opinion. Waving a gun around and saying that basically you're gonna shoot this guy if he comes near you, that is a threat. Like, are you fucking stupid? Yes. I answer my own questions every time. They answer them for me.
I said,
"What?
Good luck."
When did this happen?
And I just showed this. I said, "Good luck with that." Why'd you threaten a YouTuber with a gun? That YouTuber literally said, "Me and Zoran Mamdani should be hanged."
Who was this guy?
That's not a threat, though.
Some random fucking crypto.
Like, you shouldn't do that. That's fucking insane. It might even constitute a ban. But, like, come on, man.
Kid.
Get
and then they got
fucking real.
subsequently banned immediately too.
Yeah.
That's a toy gun.
Yeah, it's all.
If he got banned immediately, what was the point? Just ban him and that's it. What the fuck are you doing, bro? That's all you had to do. You didn't even have to bring it up. You didn't even have to mention it.
Also
By the
not
way.
a real gun.
Right.
Don't worry.
What do Dems do now?
Okay, so obviously conveniently leaves out the fact that he exposed this a completely random other guy.
Yeah, threaten this random dude with a gun. It's like you're walking down the street, somebody calls you a bitch, you turn around and the first person you see is who you're gonna be pointing a gun at and be like, what'd you call me? Did you call me a bitch? You're like, no, dude, what the fuck, man? It was that guy over there. I don't believe you! Like, actually insane behavior.
Who we never apologized for.
That's not him, it's this. Oh, it's even worse. Oh my god.
Like half your chat.
He did just fucking gloss over it. Just pretend that it didn't happen. Bro. How am I right about these things? Every time. It's like I can see the future. Like I can see the future. I am the fortune teller. I can tell your fortune. I can tell Hasan's fortune. He's gonna get permabanned because he's gonna be glazing a terrorist attack on the US whenever it inevitably happens because all these people are fucking insane and violent freaks.
Still probably thinks that it is that other guy who sent like the death threat. And I don't know if it was a real gun. I wouldn't really trust Hasan though.
It doesn't matter if it was or wasn't. If it looks real. It doesn't matter. Imagine going into a gas station and pointing a fake gun at somebody, but it looks real and being like, put the money in the bag. I'm just joking. It's not a real gun. Like, that's fucking insane, bro.
This guy obviously lies as easily as he breathes. And I feel like anybody thinking this is justified because of what the chatter said is not thinking straight. When you're a creator of this size, there's literally going to be tens of thousands of people writing these comments. And they can literally be 13-year-olds. Sometimes, yes, it could be an adult, but they should know better. And obviously...
Or even like just bots. Like, what are you doing, bro? Don't respond to that kind of dumb shit. And it just makes it worse anyway. The more you respond to the threats, the worse it's gonna get. Because you're gonna give them validation. They're gonna be like, oh, Hasan, he messaged me. And they're gonna be mad while they're typing, by the way. They're gonna be over emotional. Don't even give them the time of day. Fucking ban them. They'll move on. These people are fucking insane. They get fixated. They get fixated on like whatever they're looking at. And if they get a constant feed of it, the more they look at it, the more it gets fed to them. And then the more they look at it, and then the more it gets fed to them, and they just get caught in this loop of insanity. Sometimes to the point where they think they're actually being stalked by you because they're seeing you everywhere. You know? Because they're fucking stupid and insane. So don't be stupid and insane back. But, you know, they're all stupid and insane. The people who are for Hasan Piker and the people who are wishing death upon Hasan Piker. Like, they're all basically the same types of crazy people.
I never condone any threats on anybody I talk about. I always try to disavow that. And if somebody threatens to like kill me, I'm not gonna take it seriously. Obviously, it's a random comment, much less try to get at them in real life. I know they likely don't mean it and they're probably just mad at something I said maybe, but Hasan is so easily triggered. It's just natural for him to respond this way. And he's obviously so used to weaponizing his audience like this. And the fact that it was a wrong guy is just insane. You should absolutely be banned for this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not a threat on someone's fucking life? How comfortable do we have to be to wave around a gun when you find someone's image on the internet? Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I have a feeling if I were to go around swinging my guns, I would certainly be banned promptly, most likely permanently. So he has berated his appearance. I got banned for that. He has threatened someone's life on stream with a gun. Nothing has happened.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yeah. By the way, Tectone just didn't even threaten a guy. Told a guy that he should go and neck himself. Got banned for that. But no, you directly threaten a guy with a gun. No ban. If you're Hasan Piker or in the inner circle, no ban.
Question, if Tectone did this, he'd be permabanned for 17 lifetimes. His future grandson would be permabanned. The double standard applied is absolutely insane. And yeah, Hasan did explicitly make fun of the guy's appearance as well. That's directly a similar situation to calling Frogan fat, so I just don't see how there's been no application of rules at all. They can't even say this is something different. It is the exact same situation. At least that part. Obviously, the other stuff is even worse. Then he talks about how Dan Clancy has actually seen this through emails.
It's on every website. Let's find it out. Let's find out.
He finds someone in his chat that he disagrees with, so he sends his goons to completely dox him and look for every bit of information that he has in this chatter all across the internet in an attempt to ruin his life and threaten him and make him feel unsafe in his own home. Twitch was contacted, which is, I'm ready to report a serious incident involving streamer Central Committee. During a live stream, they doxed multiple chatters, tracking down and going through their logs. Please feel free to report through our standard channels. Thanks.
What's the standard channels? They don't do anything, obviously. They've never done anything. So who do you even get a hold of? You can't get a hold of the CEO. You can't get a hold of the standard channels. You can't get a hold of the mods because nothing ever gets done. I don't think Dan is even controlling anything. I think he's just got the goons working so he can goon.
So Dan Clancy himself has seen this. He has seen this email himself. What will he do? I doubt nothing. It is already confirmed to be a direct violation of terms of service.
Hello, fellas. Dan Clancy, your resident CEO here. Of course I saw it, Tectone, you absolute blunderhead. I actually saw it mid-gooning sesh. It does make me cream when I do absolutely nothing when people complain. I get off on it.
Yeah, he probably thinks it's okay because he thinks that the right wing says way worse shit. They're constantly calling for death and making death threats. That's probably what he's thinking. And he's like, why would I do anything if the right wing is always doing this kind of shit? We're trying to be the anti-YouTube. We're trying to be the anti-X. Fucking disgusting.
Actually. And no, I won't be retiring. Not until every last drop of, juice has been sucked dry from little Piker. Dan, stop interrupting my video. Anyways, what a pathetic, useless CEO, dude. How did this guy get the job? Happy birthday, Hasan headass. But don't worry, Hasan's goon squad is actually following suit. They are learning from him. We got MikefromPA, literally just openly doxing people, going after them, being the omega pathetic simp he is. In addition to Hasan doxing a chatter, Twitch streamer MikefromPA took it a step further. What's going on, Twitch? Is it open season? If so, I will do my best to let all streamers know this is now allowed on Twitch.
All right, chat. We're going to find out who Finn's...
Bro, you are creating a divide in the community. And not even in, like, the people who are watching. You are creating a divide in the creators. To the point where people will start leaving soon. Because they're going to be worried. They're going to be worried that everything is going to crash down around them on Twitch. So they're branching out. And then they don't want that. Twitch does not want that to happen. Or maybe they do, so they can have an echo chamber, but then nobody's going to be going to Twitch. And what are they going to be doing? All paying each other? Just going to be a cycle? Like Ouroboros?
Saying is, this guy's account is an old account. I want you guys to do everything you can to find Finsane's posts on every website. Let's find it out. Let's find out what his public posts are. The internet is public posting. You are a public figure. Hey, I found you. Let's see some of your tweets. What have you liked? Oh, wait, you have a private? Oh, wait, here's your reposts. What type of content is this? This is content for 5 IQ person. You're a dumb f***. You're a stupid piece of shit.
This episode of the Joe Rogan Experience with Bernie Sanders perfectly illustrates what Joe Rogan's been talking about when he's been saying you can't bullshit for 3 hours. You know,
This MikefromPA guy. What the fuck? Like... he's saying things that are against the thing that he's looking at, but he's not actually saying anything. He's just against it. He doesn't have an argument against it. None of these people do. Funny. It's always funny how they see the thing that is the opposite of their worldview, and they're just like, this guy's an idiot. This guy is stupid. This guy is killing trans people.
the truth is gonna come out. You're gonna show what you really are.
This is it? This is what you retweet, bro? This is it? This is it?
Says the guy who was thirsting over a high school boy
Insane? This is what you think is a good point? A dumbass putting makeup on? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Why'd you run away? I gave you the attention you wanted. You got a little quiet. I'm gonna give you all the attention you can handle.
Oh my god, bro is so pathetic. This is what an absolutely power-hungry moron does when he's given the slightest bit of relevancy on the internet. Just because you have a stream and a couple NPC bots watching doesn't mean you get to go around.
Hey, look at that. Somebody says incels up in his chat. That's us. They're talking about us.
Asserting your internet power on random people, weaponizing your deranged fan base. It is just so insane, the level of patheticness you have to go after literal randoms. He's a pathetic loser who tries to prey on the weak. What can you expect from a guy who literally creamed himself when he tried to touch a woman, bro?
I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I touched like a vampire type.
So fucking cringe. Like, so fucking cringe. Is that how a man gets the attention of a woman? Really? Is that how a man does it? Mike from PA. You know how I would have done it? I would have slapped her and been like, hey bitch, listen to me, I got something to say.
Touching holy water.
can I help you?
I think they want to go in.
Okay.
Pathetic ass Discord mod type behavior. And just to make the comparison, right? Like occasionally I'll get some random hate comments and, you know, imagine somebody types something in the comment section. This would be like if I go and look into their freaking like personal social life and everything and get everyone in my audience to go after them, put them in all the videos, flood their posts, like all against TOS. It's just disgusting. And the thing is, you know that this guy has been bullied his entire life for being an absolute loser. And now he's just taking out his frustration. He's like, I'm the bully now. Mike the type of guy to get a wedgie from a preschooler, bruh. Mike the type of guy to have like the thunderclouds follow him in a cartoon. Mike the type of guy to walk through a park and make the surrounding wildlife die. Like,
bro, he's the type of guy that gets actually angry at McDonald's when they get his order wrong. A male Karen. There we go.
Like he'll just be walking and the surrounding butterflies just drop dead. The dog starts barking like crazy. The squirrel tries to claw his face off. Just negative aura wherever he goes. And apparently he keeps doing it like 3 or 4 more times.
All right, the last...
You know who he kind of reminds me of, though? Does anybody know Dick Masterson? He reminds me of Dick Masterson. If Dick Masterson was a gay retard.
Bong Lord research. We're doing some... Everybody, the last Bong Lord. We're gonna find out more. Hold on, we're oh, Valheim, huh? I think we got some clips, huh?
Oh no, what have I done to myself? I can't unsee and unhear Dick Masterson from this guy. He actually... he does look like it. Oh, okay.
Huh? Oh, no? You didn't keep any? Better band? What is this?
I'm the Bong Lord.
Do you think this is it? I think this might be the guy, right?
That's pretty good. You turned a PS5 into a bong. That's clever. I like that. I like that.
He's wearing glasses. He's wearing glasses with his balaclava.
Get ready for the next battle.
What kind of laugh was that? That was so fucking fake. He's just trying to be entertaining. So he just threw that laugh out there. What are you doing, bro? So fucking cringe.
No women were involved in the making of this video.
No way.
Dude, it's like actual maniacal evil laughter. Like, what the fuck is that? That's not a real laugh. That's not a real person's laugh. People don't actually say ha when they laugh.
No. No way this guy is talking about women. The ultimate loser. Literally the only reason people know about you is because you embarrassed yourself on the internet. And now you have the audacity to make fun of somebody else? Ay, bro. This guy is a humiliation fetish.
Ay. Rangers.
Is this iDubbbz again? Oh my god. And the fact that he goes like, oh yeah,
To be honest, I think Mike from PA is probably more of a bitch than iDubbbz. Because at least iDubbbz has a wife. Or more so, iDubbbz's wife has a husband. And maybe even a boyfriend on the side, who knows?
Yeah, everybody, chat, we're gonna do some research now. Like it's a group assignment to find this guy and ruin his life. And keep in mind, Dan Clancy sees this type of shit. All the Twitch staff and Twitch mods see this shit, and they're like, yeah, this is completely okay. Let's ban Tectone for calling Frogan fat. That's the real harassment here. Then he just projects like crazy.
Yeah, they're probably laughing behind the scenes at the ridiculous shit that they're doing. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna perpetuate all this garbage that Hasan and Mike from PA are doing. And then we're gonna ban Tectone for calling this woman a whore. We're gonna show them exactly what we're all about. Am I right, guys? High fives all around. High five.
Just a classic Hasan maneuver.
I think being a fan of Asmongold. So tell me more about yourself, Bonglord. What are you doing for a living? What are you doing? How's your life going? Did you ever get that degree? Your mom wanted me. Your mom wanted me to ask you if you ever got that degree. I mean, I guess she should just go upstairs. She could just go down in the basement, but it smells down there. She doesn't want to go down. So she wanted me to ask if you're really working on that. And
you know who else this guy reminds me of? What's the villain's name in The Little Mermaid? The octopus lady? Yeah, Ursula. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah, that's exactly what that guy sounds like. And looks like.
You have the most sip following list I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god. This guy calling anybody a sim. Bro, we did not forget the absolute projection. Watch out, guys. He's gonna go beat up a couch again. Watch out for those hands. We got Mike Tyson in the house. Absolute Loomis Nano Home Cinema. It's like a Hasan projector, but it's like the micro version, you know, because he's nano, because he's tiny. Because he doesn't get that much attention, of course. Also, keep in mind, the only reason he's doing this is because he thinks that this chat or whatever is a Asmongold fan. This is literally how brain rotted these people are. You legitimately need to touch grass. This is embarrassing. Then he says like he's not.
Dude, these guys, they just cannot get over the fact that Asmongold is so much better than them on every single level. They cannot stand the fact that Asmongold is always right and these people are always wrong. But they have to lie and pretend that we're the ones who are wrong and they're the ones who are right. They wouldn't be crashing out like this if they were right.
A nice guy.
Where they say... Well, the funny thing about these guys is they think that I'm like a nice guy or something. Did I ever say I was nice? You must have been...
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Good always wins in the end. Evil never prevails.
Confused me with a liberal. You may have confused socialists with liberals.
Okay, I don't really know what the hell he's yapping about.
Dude, I keep hearing people say this shit about me. So I'll be like, oh, I'm not an insane leftist. I'm just a regular leftist. I'm not one of these freaks. And then they'll be like, oh, you're a liberal. I'm like, no, you stupid fuck. I'm an anarchist. I don't know, like, I have right-wing values, I guess, when I'm at home, but socially, my values are left-wing. I guess that makes me a liberal? No, it fucking doesn't. You're retarded. Because a liberal implies that there's going to be a government that wants everybody to be free. I want there to be no government. Anywhere. Across the entire globe. Not just America. I don't want America to be anarchist. I want the world to be anarchist.
But yes, we know that you're literally an extremist. We know that you put bounties on people and try to weaponize your audience at any opportunity. You go way beyond violating the platform's rules. You go to borderline committing crimes. And his behavior has been constantly enabled by Twitch. Eventually, they're gonna get a massive lawsuit for just allowing these people to have their conduct. Because if one of this guy's, heaven forbid this guy has fans, but you know, if one of this guy's fans or viewers actually goes out and does something, Twitch might be held liable for this shit. Then he does it to a third guy.
I honestly don't understand how are you Blue Daisy? Okay, we've got another one. I think I found your Instagram. Let's take a look. Hey, you're Canadian. It seems like you're disabled. Got a walker. So why aren't you angry for the people exactly like you that are having their shit cut? I'm Middle Eastern. I'm always mad. I'm gonna lift my boot off your neck because I don't know how you're not fucking screaming. I don't know how you're not fucking mad. Rage serves a function. When you need to fight,
dude, these people are addicted to rage. They can't help themselves. They can't stop it. It fuels them. They are fueled by their own anger. That what a sad existence. What a sad life where you have to be mad about everything.
you need to have rage. Anger has a function. It's for when you need to be aggressive. It's when you need to defend yourself or assert your position.
No, you can do all of those things without anger and rage. I would happily fight somebody. I wouldn't be angry and raging when I fought somebody. If somebody comes up to try and fight me, I'm gonna be happy about it because, man, I've been looking for somebody to fucking try me.
Yes, Mike from PA, the Rage Master. He will be destroying that couch, guys. Do not mess with him. Bro, it is just so funny knowing who this guy actually is and him saying all this shit. You just know he's really hoping that the internet completely forgets who he actually is. But I just gotta say, anytime he tries to act tough, you have to constantly bring this up. You have to make him aware that you are not this guy. You are not that guy, pal. This guy calling people simps, talking about women, talking about being tough. Please, buddy. Also, what did he actually say there? Like, you're disabled, therefore you should support me and Hasan or whatever? I mean, what does that even mean? Is he trying to imply that all disabled people must think the same? I mean, classic. That's just a classic from that.
No, well, actually, he's implying that all people must think the same. And if you step out of line just an inch, if you break away from the narrative, even if it's an obvious lie, even if you obviously don't agree with it, you cannot step out of line. Because that'll be your head. They'll have it.
Their type of community. Also, Mike, I think you might qualify for a disability yourself. I don't think anybody is
yeah, I think looking like Jared from Subway is a disability.
Naturally wired this fucking stupid. You should probably apply for like some type of privileges. Anyways, Asmongold responded.
This is what you retweet, bro? This is it?
He's you can tell that he's actually disappointed that it's not worse, so he doesn't have a better rationalization to be unhinged. And now he looks like he's just unhinged for basically no reason. He's actually disappointed.
What? Yeah, dude's an actual fucking clown. He's an actual clown, and he thinks that he's like doing something good. He thinks he's being an activist, but he's actively just being retarded.
Where'd you go? Why'd you run away? I gave you the attention you wanted.
How is this allowed? The reason why this is allowed is because these people have politics that the moderation team on Twitch agrees with. That's the reason why it's allowed. It's that simple.
I think it's actually crazy how much you can get away with as long as you say the right things. If you say the correct politically approved opinion on Twitch, which I don't even know what that is, it's saying that you love terrorists, basically.
Everything that's right is wrong, and everything that's wrong is right. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty simple. Just be completely wrong about everything, have the wrong take on everything, be anti-America, pro-terrorism, and there you go. You'll never be banned on Twitch.
If you love Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, you know, if you say all the NPC talking points, literally support the worst humans on planet Earth objectively. Humans who violate children. Humans who literally commit war crimes. You have to support these people, and unless you do that, you're not going to get fair application of rules from Twitch. Twitch actually just needs to be shut down. They are allowing constant harassment nonstop.
Yeah, I can't wait until I start streaming, and I'm not gonna be streaming on Twitch. Absolutely not.
You're allowing the most vile people to engage in this type of behavior, weaponize their communities, and honestly, Dan really needs to fucking get off the schlong and be held legally liable for this. He sees this happening. He knows this is going on, and he specifically chooses to ignore all of this.
No women were involved in the making of this video.
I wish that no women were involved in the making of this video.
That's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
God.
I feel like I touched.
God, I wish that no women were involved. Geez, you know what? Maybe Mike's giving him advice. Because, you know, the last time he had a clip with a girl, it didn't go too well.
I think being a fan of Asmongold. So tell me more about yourself, Bonglord.
Bro, they can't help themselves. They're Asmongold brain. Like, what is it with Asmongold that they're just so fixated on? They just love to talk about this guy.
What is it? Wait.
I think they're a bigger fan of Asmongold than I am. That's fucking crazy. And I watch like every Asmongold video.
What the hell did I do? I'm just sitting here. I don't think this guy should be making any jokes about, you know, women, you know, being interested in him at all, right? I mean, I think this is just really not a good idea.
Wait. Are you telling me my hero, Mike from PA, is
Jared from Subway?
not a ladies' man? Whoever could have guessed.
I'm just gonna start calling him Mike from Subway.
Dude, the
Jared's
levels
cousin.
of projection from this guy, it's like fucking Casey.
Mike from PA is just Jared from Subway's cousin Mike. That's what I'm gonna call him.
Tron. He is literally the male Casey Tron. You know, calling people incels, talking about random quips about women. Like you're holding up a mirror, bro.
I love it when people call me an incel because I already know what kind of person they are and they're just fucking mad. Why are you so mad?
You're an absolutely creepy little gremlin. Then Asmon says that this guy is like crazier than Hasan, which is an achievement.
This is really something special. I've got to tell you.
Yeah, true. I do think that he's crazier than Hasan. But I think that Hasan is just dumber when it comes to politics. This guy, at least, isn't really talking about politics. He's just like outright fighting with people for no reason. I guess it's entertainment. It's garbage.
This is really, really special. This also reaffirms my belief that Hasan is paying him privately. Because every time that there's a clip of Hasan doing something crazy and bad, somehow Mike does something that's like 5 times worse, and nobody's talking about Hasan because of how...
Yeah, right? Hasan got like 5 minutes at the beginning of this video, and the rest of it's just Mike from PA. Because Hasan doxed and threatened one guy, but Mike from PA, he keeps doxing people multiple times. And he just gets the majority of this video. Absolutely fucking insane people, man.
How nuts this guy is. It's like Hasan's paying this guy to be even crazier as like a distraction, like a decoy, yeah.
You have to be completely freaking nuts to ever be called crazier than Hasan. You have to be off your rocker in every way possible. And somehow this real life Hasan mod actually fits the profile. Are we sure this guy's name's not Gorby? Is he not the 47-year-old?
It's like you walk into a room and you catch Hasan Piker getting sucked off by Dan Clancy. And he's just like, oh shit, what do I do? A handful of firecrackers. And then the firecrackers just Mike from PA.
Old Discord Gooner
Mike
mod.
from
I
Subway.
think we gotta check that. It would be so fitting, honestly.
My goal is to completely eradicate... Oh, just a minute. Sort of. These parasites from the internet.
Yep. I mean, come on. This has to be against TOS.
To eradicate them from the internet? What is that? How is that against TOS? Are you fucking stupid? Did you miss the part where he said from the internet? Oh wait, no, hold on. They think that he means real life because they think the internet is real life because they've rotted their brains.
That's right. Yes, getting people that are telling me that I killed my mom off the internet is the same thing as doxing them. You're totally right.
Dude, how can you say that? How can you actually complain about TOS when you're literally out here trying your best to dox and harass people, threaten them with violence, set bounties on them? He literally said if he met up with them, it would be on site on TwitchCon. It's crazy. They're open, flagrant hypocrites. They do not give a single shit about being right. And I just...
Yeah, and they just sit there behind their cameras and talk all this shit, make threats, act tough. But really, they're just behind a camera at a desk with nobody there. They're by themselves, talking to themselves, talking to a make-believe chat. It was probably mostly bots anyway. And they're just like blowing smoke up his ass. They're blowing smoke up their asses every single fucking time, man. Disgusting. Vile human beings. If you could even call them that. They're more like stink bugs because you squash them and they just smell like shit everywhere.
I'm just so baffled at the people that follow them. You have to be completely lobotomized. How do you follow someone that's such a complete hypocrite regarding everything they say and do?
Bro, you are giving people too much credit. I know some actual fucking retards. Some dumb fucks that when you talk to them, you'd be like, wow, there are people with Down syndrome that are smarter than you.
Do they just not care?
This is... I'm going to eradicate these... Bro, you're a parasite. You live in your own filth. You are literally surrounded by pests. You are...
Yeah, the people that watch guys like this, all they hear is blah, 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 parasite, blah, 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 pest. And they're like, yeah, you're right. He is a parasite and a pest. I don't know what those other words you said mean.
You're a fucking parasite. You don't even believe in Trumpism.
He's so mad.
You're just
Trump.
a parasite.
Oh, yeah, you said Trump. I don't like Trump.
On the ass of conservatism, which is actually funny.
You know, I'd actually wager that Mike might be the one person who lives like a worse lifestyle than Asmongold. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy had 15 cockroaches under his desk. Like, I actually think...
Yeah, I bet Asmongold probably gets more pussy than him. I bet. Or at least Asmongold gets more chances at pussy than him.
Asmongold would be way cleaner than this dude in every metric. Then he talks about, like, harassing women.
You represent nothing. You believe in nothing. You just want to cause chaos.
Bro, is that not what you're fucking doing right now? This is all a projection.
I'm a 35-year-old man.
I'm a 40-year-old man, actually. Mike from PA. Cousin of Jared from Subway.
Like, you are a fucking loser. I mean,
aren't you older than me? How old is Mike? I think
He's
he's
older
older than I am, right?
Yeah, he's gotta be 40.
I don't care how many viewers you have.
It's like 40? Yeah,
yeah, he looks like he's older than Asmongold.
Fucking nothing. Look at this fucking dipshit. Nobody's scared of you, Asmongold. No one's scared of you. You're not scary.
Who says that he's... what? Where's this even coming from that nobody's scared of him? What the fuck?
Unless you're harassing small women with small followings, you ain't scaring anybody, bitch.
This guy talking...
Yeah, he throws a bitch in there, like, because he knows that Asmongold's not gonna fight him, so he can say whatever he wants. And Asmongold's just gonna laugh at him and make him look fucking ridiculous, which makes him even more upset.
About harassing women. Bro, when you walk into a room, a fucking siren should be playing for all the women. Attention! Mike from PA has arrived. Be on high alert. Make sure you have your pepper spray and your firearms for self-defense.
Your closest ally is Tectone, a fucking accused sex criminal.
You see how he's saying accused, right? Smart guy.
Asmongold literally killed his mother.
Yeah, he says accused, and then he goes on to say literally killed his mother. And he doesn't know anything about it.
Giving her cigarettes when she was on 100% oxygen.
Giving her cigarettes like she wasn't a fucking adult. She was a child who couldn't do anything for herself, couldn't make her own decisions. She was actually brain dead. Did you know that? She was brain dead. And he was just sticking the cigarettes right up to her mouth, lighting it, put his mouth on one end and just blowing it down her lungs.
Yes. And surrounding her with filth. And
you don't have 100% oxygen. That's not even how it works.
Said that. It's a quote of his,
not
mine.
Even how it works.
It's not like my take. It's his take.
Isn't it crazy that you can have a person that goes out and crashes out, they get this mad, they say this much shit, they go on active doxing campaigns on their stream, live, no suspension, no ban, nothing. Meanwhile, yes, Tectone, keep in mind, Tectone got suspended for 2 weeks for calling Frogan fat.
Seems like fair application of the rules to me.
He also got banned for calling Denims a whore. So you know what? You get banned for words if you are of a certain type.
Someone fat is equivalent to literally, you know, doxing them, harassing them, waving a gun around, threatening to kill them, supporting terrorists, putting bounties on people. Yep.
Saying that they kill people when they fucking don't.
Yep, all on the same level, and apparently they get no punishment. I feel like they need to be sued. Like, Mike from PA needs to be sued as well, because we see how quiet the people...
It's just too bad. It's too bad that the people that they're doing this to are people like Asmongold and Tectone who make react content, and it's good for them. It's good for them, for these people to crash out because it gives them more money. If these people get sued, then they'll shut up and there'll be less content. And it's cinema. Like, what do you do at this point? What do you do? Do you sue them, or do you keep letting them be stupid so you can make content around them? I don't know, man. Either way sounds good to me.
People are who got sued now. Like Denims, Casey, and Frogan, just they aren't yapping anymore. At least last that I checked. I think they sort of realized the gravity of the situation. The donations have completely slowed. They get like 10...
Yeah, and then dude, there were thousands upon thousands of reaction videos and like slop content about them. They realize, oh shit, we cannot win. They are piling on. The internet is against us.
$dollars in the last like 12 hours. And yeah, all these guys like to act super tough, but we all know there is no substance behind this. Mike from PA would get RKO'd by a fucking pillow. Mike from PA would get tombstoned by a local butterfly. He's so pathetic, and he tries to pretend to be this like big bad tough guy. Then he talks about if these people will ever see any consequences and what people can actually do about it.
You mass tweet Amazon to rein in Twitch? Well, how would I do that? So I guess probably the most effective way to do that would be to look at who the different vice presidents of Amazon are, and then email them, and then try to get a conversation with one of them and explain what the problem is.
You know what I think would be very, very effective? If Asmongold and Tectone and like all these big creators that are, you know, against Hasan and all these people, if they all got together and made a video pointing out all this shit, explaining all this shit, and they had everybody share it around and make a huge stink about it, maybe something will be done when the entire internet gets on board against them. Because right now it's kind of scattered. Everybody's just kind of making content about it. Everybody's talking about different things at different times. But if we all get on board, like the Stop Killing Games movement, we all get on board with something, with one thing, if we put all of our heads to it, all of our minds together, we can accomplish great things.
I think that probably would be the best way to do it. Then the second other way to do it would be to obviously do a mass public initiative.
Yep.
I think that could also be very effective as well. Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
Good luck. Well, I mean, it would be pretty easy. I mean, you just, like, I mean, what do you think they're going to say whenever they see a bunch of clips that are massively anti-Semitic? What do you think's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's the same thing that happened to that Bob Villain guy. They're going to be done. Like, they don't put up with that shit at all.
Personally, I just try to talk about the idiots, try to show people they are idiots, and I hope that the platforms themselves will take action. I'm not going to personally report it.
I kind of hope that they don't, because if they don't, then that just means they're going to go down the shitter. You know, and that's just gonna be me making fun of them because I don't use these garbage platforms, man. Like, it doesn't matter to me if they die and all of these people just are out of the job and they have to go put the fries in the bag.
Anyone. I can't be bothered. There's like literally an infinite amount of idiots out there, so I'd be here all day. Then Asmon compares Mike from PA to a dog.
None of these people are ever going to have even a slight effect on my game, on my content, my audience, my viewers, my opinion online.
Not true. Not true. Because you're making content about these people, you're drawing people in who are sick of these people and they love your content about them. Because I love when Asmongold talks about these people. I love it when Tectone talks about them. I love these MorePegasus videos. I love the Nuxanor videos. It's all amazing. I love it. Making fire slop content, man.
They're nothing. And so, like, why would I even think or care about what they're saying?
Because it's funny. Because they're idiots. And you can call them out and make content about it. That's why.
It's like I don't get mad when a dog barks at me and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? Well, when Mike from PA crashes out for the 5th time in a week over me, I don't...
Yeah, if a dog barks at me, some random dog, I don't get mad either. I look at the dog, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. You actually think that you can hurt me. Look at you. Your little tail. You want a treat? You want a treat, little doggy?
Don't think to myself, oh, geez, maybe I'm a bad guy. No.
And if a dog comes up and tries to attack me, I'm gonna kick it in the fucking head. But, you know,
I don't even think about it at all.
All right, okay, that's an absolute insult to all dogs everywhere. All right, Mike from PA is like a male Casey Tron. That can be a compliment, you know, if you find Casey Tron appealing for the 1 in a 5 billion.
Casey Tron to me in the face kind of looks like this guy right here. This is what she reminds me in the face. Whenever I see her face, it's this guy. This, what's his name? John Voight or something like that. From Holes. I know I keep bringing up Disney, but like, it just, you know, it makes me laugh. It makes me chuckle on the inside.
Billion people that does. You know, actually, Mike, I take it back. You might have a chance with women. You might have a chance with Casey Tron. He's a very loving woman, actually. But yeah, honestly, these people aren't really very relevant compared to someone like Hasan or Asmongold. You only really see them go viral because they try to be as unhinged as possible. And they really do believe that Twitch is like their safe space where they can do anything and everything without consequences. And the second they're called out, they start lashing out in every which way. They start complaining about their safe space being violated, unironically, while they're doing this type of shit. But I wonder...
Yeah, well, I wonder what they're gonna do when something really bad happens and they randomly all get permabanned. Where are they gonna be? What kind of voice are they gonna have? Who's gonna listen to them? Because they've already alienated everybody. They've gone against everybody that would take them in all the other platforms. There's no way. Twitch is all they got. And if they get thrown out of Twitch, they got nothing. They'll become irrelevant and they'll have to go work at McDonald's.
I wonder how long they get to keep getting away with this, you know?
But hey, I hear that they might be making McDonald's $30 an hour minimum wage, you know?
Now the House of Cards has to fall eventually. Anyways, let's move on to some Twitter updates. Apparently, the terrorist has shown his support for Hasan Luffy from One Piece. Tim Houthi is currently going viral for shouting out Hasan and Noah Samson while standing next to the Galaxy Leader cargo ship. Thank you for your support of Palestine. And we got Hasan and Noah Samson. You actually can't make this up, bro. Next thing we're gonna...
I don't even know who that is. I don't know who Noah Samson is. Somebody's gonna have to explain that to me down there in the comments.
Have the Hamas leader come and personally thank Hasan for his coverage. Monkey D. Houthi out here looking like a Gen Z Borat. Twitch loves terrorist supporters.
True.
Of course, the quote tweets are on it as you'd expect. This might cause the aneurysm that kills Ethan. Classic, classic. And is a Hasan profile pic in his cat lady uniform. Average Hasan supporter wishing death on his enemies. Shouting out his sponsors. That's crazy. Listen, we gotta check Hasan's finances. I'm just saying, it's crazy how these people love him so much. Where's that money going? Now click this video or Dan Clancy is outside your house at 3 a.m. creepily looking through the window. Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Good thing I'm subscribed. I got him down there in the description. You should subscribe to him too so Dan Clancy doesn't break in through your window and skaboodle your doodle. You know what I mean?